Welcome to Be For Real,
where we keep it sweet like honey.
as real as it gets. I'm Ebony,
I'm Shamaya.
and today we're in a different setup, which is our science classroom, in which we're with our science teacher, Miss Knight.
Hi, everybody.
Today's episode is gonna be about learning about horseshoe crabs. So how is everybody feeling about today's episode?
I'm feeling good.
Great. I'm excited to talk about them.
I'm excited. I already know a lot of stuff about them because you keep teaching us. So I guess let's just jump straight into the questions. What exactly is horseshoe crabs?
Horseshoe crabs, they are marine arthropods. So they are more closely related to spiders and scorpions than they are to true crabs like the Maryland blue crab. So that's why they look a little bit different than the crabs that we might find in a restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next question is, what is the habitat of a horseshoe crab like?
So these guys are Atlantic horseshoe crabs, so they are found on the East Coast. And they are found in kind of coastal areas, estuaries, kind of beachy areas where muddy and sand kind of meet the water line there.
Okay. Let's say so how they like their habitat. How do they like protect themselves from predators in the wild?
It's a great question. So most people think that they would use their tail or telson as a defense, like a stinger on a stingray. That's typically used just to flip themselves over when they get stuck on their backs on land. Their biggest protection is a round dome-shaped shell. It's kind of hard like a helmet and protects all of the rest of their body underneath.
Okay, next question is, how do horseshoe crabs eat, and what is their diet?
Another really great question. So these guys are bottom feeders as well as scavengers, and they will primarily eat things like clams and crustaceans. They'll eat worms and algae along the bottom. Here we are feeding them brine shrimp, mussel, and clams, as well as little bits of squid.
Oh, okay. Sorry. How long does horseshoe crabs typically live in the wild?
These guys have been around on the planet for more than 450 million years as a species. And generally, they can live into their 20s, but often can be found to be much longer lived, up to 30s or 40s.
So, like, how old is
So
those?
the ones we have in our classroom are a little bit unique. These guys are 3 to 4 years of age. They were actually part of a graduate students research project. So this is not their first classroom or learning opportunity. So they're a little bit bigger than the ones that other students across the state of Maryland have started, where they hatched out of eggs. So they grow very slowly, but when they're full size, usually around 9 to 10 years of age, they're about the size of a dinner plate. So quite a bit bigger than our little guys are.
Okay.
Okay, next question. How many eyes does a horseshoe crab have?
They have 10 eyes. So they have 2 eyes on the top that are called compound lenses. And then they have smaller eyes kind of located on their front, along their tails, near their mouth. And all of those are different light sensing eyes to help them to kind of detect where they are, because they live in kind of a muddy, murky environment. And so those eyes can help them to find their way around, to find partners, to find food. They're pretty cool animals.
Aren't they closely related to spiders? Right?
Yes, they are closely related to spiders, who also have compound lenses. Compound lenses are super cool because imagine having like 10 different lenses on your eye. You can see lots of different images all kind of at one time.
Oh, okay. How does horseshoe crabs contribute to the environment?
So these guys are important species to lots of animals in the Chesapeake Bay area, but one species in particular that really depends on the horseshoe crab is actually a shore bird called a red knot, who depends on the horseshoe crab eggs to help them fuel midway through their migration from South America all the way up to Canada. So they stop usually around the Delaware Bay area to eat a lot of horseshoe crab eggs and then continue on up north where they're going to spend for the summer.
Okay. So we're gonna take a break and we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
Which instructions is one person gets 20 seconds, not minutes, 20 seconds to think about an animal, and then the other two will start asking yes or no questions. And we're gonna take turns until all three of us has at least one turn. So,
All right.
Shema, you can go first.
Oh, okay.
Tell us when you have your animal.
Okay, I have one.
Okay. Miss Nye, you can
Okay.
ask.
Is it a mammal?
Yes.
Okay.
Does it have fur?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't really down to.
Does it have 4 legs?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, you said mammal. Does it live in warm areas?
It depends. It can live in cold or warm.
What is this animal?
Is it a domestic animal like a farm animal?
No.
Oh no. Oh, is it brown?
It could be brown.
Okay. Is it found in Maryland?
Probably yes, maybe.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what this. Does it make noise?
I never heard them make noise before, but when they eat, yes.
What
Okay.
is this animal?
Is it a bear?
No.
Okay.
Is it a deer?
No.
Oh no.
Is it a carnivore?
Carnivore means like it eat meat?
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Does it only eat plants?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's an herbivore. It is brown.
Could be brown sometimes,
Could be
depending on
brown
the season
Okay.
and its habitat.
Oh, is it a rabbit?
Yes.
I was about to guess
That was a
that
good
too.
clue. It was a very good clue.
You can go.
Okay. I have my animal.
Okay. Oh.
Came prepared.
Shema, you want to ask or you?
I
Okay.
can ask. Is it a mammal?
Yes.
Okay. Is it one color?
Typically around here we would see them in one color, but they can be other colors.
Brown here. Okay.
Does it have fur?
Yes.
Is it a carnivore?
They are actually considered omnivores,
So
but
they eat both?
typically, yes, so they do eat both, but typically we see them eating mostly plants or nuts and seeds.
Nuts and seeds. Oh, wait.
Do they have 4 legs?
They do, yes.
Does it climb trees?
Yes.
Oh, I know what it is. Is it a squirrel?
It is a squirrel.
Okay. Okay. Hold up. Okay, I got my animal.
Okay.
Is it a mammal?
Yes.
Is it a carnivore?
I actually don't know what they eat. I think they just eat vegetables. I'm not really sure.
Okay. All right.
Do you see them in a zoo?
No. I don't think so. No.
Okay. Is it a four-legged mammal?
Yes.
Okay.
Did anybody ask this heifer?
No.
Okay, this heifer.
Yes.
Okay. Trying to think. Is it a farm animal?
You can have it on a farm, but it doesn't really consider it as a farm animal.
Okay.
Can you have it as a pet?
Yes.
It's a dog.
No.
Can they be pink?
If you dye its fur, but no.
Okay.
Is it small?
Yes. It can be like a little bit big, but it's still small. So yeah.
Is it a pig?
No.
Oh man. That was so close.
Is it a cat?
No.
All right. It's not a pig. It's not a cat or a dog. Is it? Do they have horns?
No.
You said so it's not small. Is it medium size?
It's small, but it can be like it can become chubby, but it's still
Oh.
small. If that makes sense.
Okay. And it's a mammal, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a bat?
No.
Okay.
Is it a Pacific bird?
No.
This one's stumping us. Okay. Taking it back to the yes or no's here. Does it live only on land?
Yes.
Okay.
As a pet. Does it have a Pacific color?
You mostly see it in gray, but it can be like 2 different colors or 3 different colors.
Does it have wool? Like, is it fluffy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's fluffy.
Does it have like?
I'm surprised y'all
My
didn't
question-
get it. I always talk about this.
You do?
Yes.
You only talk about pigs.
Exactly.
I talk about 2 animals all the time.
It's dogs and pigs.
Does it have a long neck?
No. It barely even has a neck.
So is it an elephant? Wait, no, never mind. Not to take that back.
Sheep?
No.
All right. Do you want to give a clue?
It's closely related to mice.
A rat?
No, why would
Oh,
pick
I
a rat?
know. Yes. The
I was-
farm thought threw me. I know what this is. They have round ears. Typically.
Yeah.
Am I helping you?
You know.
I know what it is.
Does Mariah not like them?
Yes, they are typically nocturnal. They live in the Andes Mountains. Do you want me to tell you? It's a chinchilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chinchillas are so cute.
Oh, they
I'm gonna bring one to school. Okay. We're gonna go back to the questions. now.
Okay. How did you get the opportunity to take care of the horseshoe crabs?
I had an old friend that I used to work with at the zoo who works for the Department of Natural Resources, who put me in contact with this program called Horseshoe Crab in the Classroom. And I couldn't say no because it's such a cool opportunity to have hands-on learning and also help a species that's really important to our ecosystem.
That's cool.
What was the most shocking thing that you learned about the horseshoe crab?
Probably the coolest thing that I've learned about them is how important they are to us as a species. So horseshoe crabs have blue blood, so if that's not cool enough on its own, I don't know what else is, but their blue blood is actually really important for us in making sure that all of our vaccines are safe. So if anybody's ever received a COVID vaccine, we have horseshoe crabs to thank for the safety of those vaccines.
Okay. How do you get your students involved in talking about the horseshoe crabs?
So on Fridays, we do Horseshoe Crab Fridays, where we learn about them. They come out and join us on our classroom tables. We can explore them under the magnifiers. And then I also have some of my seniors helping to take care of them. So on Wednesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we feed them. We test their water quality. We take measurements of them to see how they're growing. And just kind of observe their overall health, which is all really important for making sure that these guys are being healthy and safe in our classroom, but also that you guys are getting the opportunity to learn about them.
Okay. When is like our horseshoe crabs gonna be released in the wild? And if so, why is that important?
So the plan is to, in the spring, release them back into their native habitat. We're going to go to Sandy Point State Park, and we'll return them to the water, the bay there. And it's important because these guys are key members of their population. Horseshoe crabs have seen a decline over the last few years where their numbers are not as many. So making sure that they have a good and healthy start to their life and then returning them back to their native habitat helps them have just a little step up and making sure that they can reach adulthood and then come back to the Delaware Bay to hopefully lay more eggs and make more horseshoe crabs.
Okay. How can people learn more about horseshoe crabs?
So the best way is to share what we've learned about them, share the things that we have found cool, because one of my favorite parts of sharing them with you guys is that when we first got them, everybody was pretty grossed out about them, because most of us know the smelly ones that wash up on the beach, or we're scared of them because we think they're sharp or that they're gonna have venom, and they are probably one of the most gentle things. You guys may or may not agree. And I've seen a lot of you overcome your fear and actually hold them and investigate them. And we've learned some cool things. And my goal in life is for you guys to take what you've learned and share it with others so that they can learn about them and hopefully, most importantly, care about them and protecting them.
As humans, are we impacting the horseshoe crab's habitat?
Yeah. So as humans, we are pretty much impacting everything around us. We create a lot of pollution and trash, and that can kind of make the beaches not as safe or as healthy for animals like horseshoe crabs, as well as the animals that depend on them. And we have used them as bait. As humans, horseshoe crabs have been collected to use as bait to catch other fish, and so that impacts their numbers as well. But once again, we are part of the problem, but what do I always say? We're part of the solution in helping to protect and reduce our impact on their environment and them as a whole.
Okay. How can people contribute to protecting horseshoe crabs?
So we can make smart choices with where and how we dispose of our trash, making sure that it gets into the right receptacles, whether it's recycled or a trash can. If we are walking around outside and we see trash on the ground, we can help it by cleaning it up and getting it to where it needs to be, because everything that ends up on the ground will at one point end up in our bay and could impact horseshoe crabs and the other animals that share that habitat.
Okay. What are the names of the horseshoe crabs? We can do.
Okay, so we do have 7 horseshoe crabs. There's only 3 of them here on the table, and the students and staff at the beginning of the year all nominated names, and we randomly drew the names. So I don't know exactly who's who because they've grown a little bit and they're all very similar in size. Mochi is the only one that in this tank that I can identify because they're the only one that's like just a smidge bigger than a quarter. So Mochi is also a light tan color. But we have Charlemagne the Conqueror, Michael, Percy Jackson, Aaron, Justice, Hardy, and I think Mochi was the last one, if I've counted correctly.
Okay, so we're gonna move to their tanks where they're usually is watching us throughout the whole day. Okay, so now we're at the horseshoe crabs tank where they always are. Miss Knight, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So, okay, yes. So these guys are in a 10-gallon tank. We now have this lovely humming sound to accompany us in our classroom. So this is where these guys spend the majority of the day. You'll notice that they're, other than the 3 that are over on the other table, you can only see 2 of them right now. And that's because the littlest ones love to burrow under the sand. And there's one in the back here that's kind of doing a great example of using its tail to kind of flip itself over. Without fail, everybody who comes in the classroom is always a little bit panicked because they are often on their backs. But the little guys love to hang out on their backs. They're just weird. And horseshoe crabs will also swim on their backs because that puts their eyes on a better view when they're swimming around and looking at everything under them. So if you find them on their backs, they're cool. They're just doing them and hanging out. But the one here is our biggest one. This is Charlemagne the Conqueror. This is the biggest one that we have. But things that you guys as students help do and caring for these guys is we make sure that their temperature is a good range. We do water quality tests and making sure that the water that they live in is safe and healthy for them. And we also look at them under microscopes or the magnifier to help get a better view and understanding of them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Knight, for this opportunity. That's it for today's episode.
Here at Be For Real, where we keep it real, raw, and sweet like honey.